Hi there, Hillary. So great to have you here with me. I'd love chatting with you this morning. I'm so looking forward to hearing more about your story ever since your graduation from the Women's Health Coach certification. So before we get to the where you are now, let's talk a bit about kind of the struggle you were in why you decided to take the leap to join this class and become a women's health coach.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks for having me, Jessica. Initially I was in a very different place prior to joining, and I was for a very long time just purely focused on a music career. So I'm one of the career switchers, if you will, career changers. I was in sort of this hustle mindset that is so common that we see all the time with women and just in our society in general. And I was between, out gigging, working in hospitality, doing event production was all over the place in my 20s, and really had a lot of fun. And it was like an important phase of my life. But I got to a place where I felt personally unhealthy. And I think the tipping point was when I had this gut intuition to go off of the pill. And I went off of the pill when I was in my late 20s, 29, and learned all of these things that I should have known about myself years prior, as it goes with many women as well. And that sort of kickstarted this new journey that led me to where I am.
Yeah. So you were struggling with some of the, coming off the hormonal birth control symptoms. You had a really sort of hectic career, although one you enjoyed. And I totally agree with you. I think there's something to be said for doing some hustling, trying lots of different things when you're in your 20s. And then the pandemic hit. So obviously the music industry was hit pretty hard. So it sounds like that was really one of the sparks for you to join this program. Were there any hesitations? Like, were you not quite sure what your next move was going to be, or what were the kinds of things that you really were kind of like, I wonder, if this is the right place to invest. I wonder if do I have enough time to do this? Anything like that running through your head when you thought, okay, it's time to show every other woman from 18 to 25 what the heck's going on with our menstrual cycles before they have the same problem that I have.
Exactly. Yes. I mean, all the above. Time is always something that's on my mind, and something that I've had to navigate myself through coaching, which the program actually helped with. And I think that, time was one of the main factors, and also just shifting, like identity shift was a big part of it for me. So shifting from like this very clear track that I was on to another one. But, I do think that the pause of the pandemic did help with that. But I think, there were many, many obstacles, between time, identity shift, imposter syndrome, coming up prior to making the jump into it. And I think that having a little bit of time to reflect, and also just having the time to do research around this program, and seeing all the beautiful feedback about it really
wonderful. So tell me a bit more about what you specifically liked about the program. Where did you, what was your biggest aha moments? What were some of the most fun parts about it for you?
Oh my gosh, so many. I initially going into it, I realized fairly quickly that I wasn't clear on what coaching was exactly. And that just quickly solidified for me. And I grew to quickly see the magic of just pure coaching, and the power of asking questions and taking a beat to pause. Like, the reflection was big for me personally, as well as something that I've learned to be so powerful through clients that I see now. And so I think that just learning the pure skills of coaching was early on a big aha moment for me, and just seeing how powerful that can be. And then I knew that I was in the right place when as I was moving through the program, and saw how I can make it fit for me with my schedule. And I just really loved the structure of it. Like, I loved the way that it was framed, both pure coaching and just learning about those skills, and then switching into the more functional nutrition and lifestyle approach, and just like having the balance between the two, was incredible. And I think that, yeah, those are some of the big.
Yeah. And so you gathered up this skill set of coaching, communication skills. So less sort of that responsibility on your shoulders of like, here's exactly what you need to do, but recognizing that everyone's a little bit different and everyone's pacing is different, and having that skill set to really peacefully navigate that without feeling such weight on your shoulders, but also having those tools of, what are the nutrients? What are the supplements? What is the sleep strategies? All of that stuff, so that your clients coming off birth control don't have to have such a rocky road that you had to experience. And so I would love to hear more about the work that you're doing now.
Yeah, absolutely. I am so happy with the place that I have shifted into now. Definitely feels like a before and after picture for me. I was able to, I reached out to Nicole Jardim, who was also part of one of the early programs, I believe, and learned about the program through doing one of hers early on. And she's been sort of for many people, I think, a mentor, a role model in the period field, right? And so I reached out to her, and a few months later, I was able to actually secure a role working with her. So I was actually partway through the program, almost finished with the program at that point. And I know that really helped in me securing the position. So that was incredible. So I'm working with her part-time now as a content manager, helping with content, social media, newsletters, all these things. And it's a beautiful balance between my skills that I've learned in the past with event production, and then tying it into the work that I learned with the women's health coaching program, and having that foundation has been really key for creating some of that content. So working with her has been a total dream job. And then I also, at the end of last year, started my own practice called Period Concierge, and started getting clients as well. So it's been a really beautiful balance between working for Nicole and also having my own practice and being at home. Working from home is a beautiful thing, and was one of my visions during the program, actually. So I have shifted into that.
That's really nice. I think it's so important for people to know that it's not always the case that you have to start your own business from scratch as you become a women's health coach. There are increasingly jobs available, which is kind of nice when you're thinking about, okay, well, what's the end game? How am I going to make sure that I have a strong new career? So I love how you've created this hybrid for yourself. And does it allow you space still to have fun with your music career?
It absolutely does. Yes. I actually just finished a new EP as well. So I'm getting ready to release that this summer. So I'm able to connect with myself in different ways and have these different professions and really diversify my income. And that feels really, supportive of my overall life and health, I think. Going into the program initially, I wasn't sure if I wanted to have my own business purely. And so it's nice that I'm able to, I had the confidence, it gave me the confidence to be able to move in that direction and do my own coaching, but also, be able to work for someone else behind the scenes as an introvert.
Yeah, I really think you've beautifully shown us how you can have a vision of what you want your work to be, and it can look like literally anything you want. It can be from home. It can, tap into your artist side. It can have a steady income from one source. You can confidently create a business, which has increasingly steady income as well. And I think for people that are younger, sometimes they're not so sure that they can create whatever they want. But, I think you've really demonstrated that literally sometimes our students, even in their 20s, but certainly in their early 30s, can have that kind of ideal career right out of the gate. And you don't have to be just one thing.
Absolutely. Yes. I think this is something that our society has put onto us, that you really just, if you have to have the hustle mentality, you have to focus on your one passion and that's it, and go. And, as humans, we're just not necessarily like that, and needs and desires shift. And I think that having the coaching skills really gives me the flexibility to be able to.
Yeah, that's really fun. I love seeing what you've done with it. So if you were speaking to someone who was a little on the fence, they're not sure if this is their right next step, what would you say about the Women's Health Coach certification?
I would say it's 100%, 1,000% worth the investment. It is a beautifully structured program that offers you the flexibility to continue on the track that you're on while being able to shift your future, and get to the vision that you want to create. And having the foundational skills of coaching, and then also these studies, just a multitude of studies to refer back to in terms of the lifestyle and nutrition part of it, has been totally invaluable, just incredible to see the results from it. So I would say just go for it. That's the biggest hurdle. Once you start, that's
wonderful.
So.
Thanks so much for sharing that. I think for me, I really love that our team is so supportive and that we have been able to maintain such an evidence-based perspective, because we want all of our graduates to feel that confident. And it's just, it warms my heart to see what everyone does with it, because it's so different every time, and everyone, brings their own unique skill set and passions and personal health journey. And this is how we help each other heal, really.
That's exactly right. It has been both a healing journey, a personal healing journey, as well as a new professional journey. So
yes. Thank you so much, Hillary. Thanks for sharing everything with us. Anything else you want to say before we wrap up?
I just appreciate everything that you have brought into the world for all of us coaches and the coaches who are.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Hillary, and congratulations on your new job and your new practice, the Period Concierge. And we'll start following you on Instagram and see where the next step takes you.
Awesome.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.